trees are still up. The stars are still shining. And this is, what's the name of this day? Epiphany. Epiphany. That's kind of a funny sounding word. The story of Epiphany is when the wise men came to worship Jesus. How did they know where Jesus was? Oh, they could have used a flashlight.
The star.
The stars, you're right.
They studied astronomy and figured out what the star meant.
You're right. They studied astronomy. They knew what the star meant, and it was a special star. It was a star that moved for them. They traveled. It took 2 years for them to get from where they were to Jesus.
Like from today, tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, they would be there
2 years.
years,
Not days, but years. Okay, like if you're, how old are you now?
6.
6. Okay, so like when you were 4, you've been traveling for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a long trip, isn't it? The unique thing about that star is that when they finally found where Jesus was, what did the star do? It stopped. It was a very special star that God had created. Because those stars usually don't stop, do they? They keep on in their journey. But this star stopped, and it shined right where Jesus was at. Wouldn't that be awesome to see? Why did it go to where Jesus was?
No, why did it know where Jesus was?
Oh, good question. Why did the star know where Jesus was? Because God made it. And God knew where Jesus was. It's kind of like if you're up at night and you have to go to the bathroom or something, you may have a flashlight, and you'll follow that light so you don't stumble or run into a wall, right? That star was kind of like a light that led them just to where it needed to go. Now, the Bible tells us that who is the light of the world? Jesus is, you're right.
But what about you?
I'm not a light. You're not the light. Jesus is the light.
Could you reflect it right after
But I could reflect it right off the mirror, couldn't I? And that's what happens.
Fun. It was right there. It went right
It moves, doesn't it?
the wall.
Okay. That reminds me of that cat. She loves this too. But the light reflects, doesn't it? A star doesn't shine by itself. A star reflects the sun, doesn't it? Okay?
The sun is the star.
Okay, the sun is a great big star, but all the rest of us get our light from that sun, don't we? Okay? If Jesus is the light, that means that we are the stars.
Well,
And He wants us to help lead other people to Jesus. Now, does Jesus' light ever go off? No, He always loves you. But sometimes our reflection isn't very good. Because, didn't quite work right. If I call somebody a bad name, what happens to that reflection? It goes off. If mom and dad tell me to do something and I mouth back at it, what happens to the reflection? It goes off. And if I'm being mean to my brother or sister, it goes off. Okay? We're supposed to be shining with Jesus' light and Jesus' love. That's part of Epiphany. Let His light shine through you. Just like the mirror doesn't have any light on its own, does it? But if I put this light on the mirror, then I can shine it right on you, can't I? You're not supposed to do that to anybody, all right? You're right, you're right. Come on, Pastor, I can do it. You're right.
That's why it's super bright.
Okay, that's right. Let
Very dark.
me get back to the mirror. The stars won't be here anymore after today. They're going to remind us, though, that we're supposed to be reflecting that light of Jesus, aren't we? We're letting people know that Jesus lives in us. You can share other people. You can lead others to Jesus. Well, I guess I'm good. Do you? Well, why don't we pray first, okay? Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for each one of these boys and girls here this morning. Thank you that your light shines into our hearts. Help us to reflect your light to others and how we treat each other. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.